Hello everyone, welcome back to the railroad. Today we're going to be working on our last two modules for the conversion of a Y down to a left turnout. This will be modules number 20 and 21. We'll show you a little bit about how we do the scenery and set up on all that. So without further ado, let's get to it. So to begin with, for our scenery on the railroad, we're using vermiculite. It's just a standard vermiculite for the garden. You get it in most any store. I think we went to Home Depot or to Lowe's, one of those two. And we sprinkle the vermiculite on the roadbed and then brush it out of the rails, the center of the rails, and clear out the ends of the ties a little bit, still leaving it mostly on the cork bottom. Okay, once the vermiculite's down, then you want to wet it down good. We just have sprayers. You want to put 1 drop of a dish soap in here to help disperse the water, and when you put the glue on, it will help the glue run into everything and settle. But you want to get this good and wet, and there are a lot of examples on YouTube about how to do this. This is just how we do it commonly. Okay, so once the vermiculite's down, we wet it down really good. Then at this time, you can see we've got a lot of greens in amongst the centers of the 3 different rails. We'll take and put different colors and different textures of the scenic flock on the in the area, and you just kind of sprinkle it around to what you really like, the type of texture you want. You can do some lighter colors to look more like it's. You can do some lighter colors to make it look like it's filled in a little better. And once you get enough of your texture and scenery in, and the ballast, and make sure it's all wet, wet it down again if you need to, then we use a mixture of about 50% water, hot water, needs to be hot water, and Elmer's white glue, the old glue that we used to get at school, right? And yes, we mix that with hot water, about a 50-50. Sometimes we'll use 40-60 measurement, depending on how thick it is and how smoothly it's dissipating as you put it in. And the trick with this is, I don't have any in this right now, but you want to start at one end and go over and over, and you're going to see in some of our videos where it just looks white inside because we've put so much glue down. Well, you can see by this that the glue is setting up nicely. In fact, a lot of this is already dried up. Some of it's still damp. But yeah, and you'll have a little bit of dampness. You can tell when it's damp. It's going to take about 5 days for it to dry completely. That's the main trick, is you've got to know where you're going and where you've come from. So commonly what I'll do is I'll look for a specific screw in the rails, holding the rail ties down, and I'll work up to that area, and then in the center, and then go to one side and work back, go to the other side and work up, and then come down to the scenery and work over, and then the next rail, and do the same, so you're all at one local area. Then you can just keep going and you won't miss anything. A lot of our problems have happened when people forgot where they were applying the soap mix, and they have to come back and do it again because it all fell out. That's how we do our scenery and ballasting. Hey Norm, you're going backwards.